Right. So today we saw two different Super Eagles squads released at the same exact time. This afternoon we saw this post right here made by the team's social media handle, and we have players selected to participate in the Unity Cup and also players selected for a separate friendly match which will be played against Russia in Russia. Now we do have some of the same players on both lists, but at the same time both lists are definitely different. For the Unity Cup, 26 players will be in camp. Actually, one of those 26 is only there for training, will not play in the matches, so really 25 when it comes to who's going to be playing. But for the Russia match, 21 players in camp, and that's because the Unity Cup is basically like a mini tournament. You have two matches in the Unity Cup. You play the semifinal. Our semifinal matchup will be against Ghana on Wednesday, the 28th of May. And whoever wins gets into the final of the competition. They'll play the winner of Jamaica and Trinidad and Tobago. I believe that match will be on Saturday, the 31st of May. So I'm guessing that kind of explains why you have more players selected for the Unity Cup than you have for the Russia friendly match. Now, for the Russia game, we'll be playing on the 6th of June, Friday the 6th of June, 6 p.m. Nigerian time will be the start of the match against Russia. It will be hosted at the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow. Now, I have been asked a number of times about how we can play Russia right now. People are thinking Russia is banned from football, so how can we play them in a friendly match? And I don't think they're banned from playing friendly matches. I think they're banned from UEFA competitions, maybe FIFA competitions, but they're not banned from playing friendly matches. They've played a number of friendly matches in the past months. They played Zambia not too long ago. So this is something that definitely can happen. I mean, their league has been going on this whole time. So it's basically you don't have Champions League. That's the only thing that's missing from their league. Now back to the list. Some players not on the list. Let's start with that. Some players that did not make the list. Victor Osimhen did not make the list. I don't think there needs to be an explanation on that. We know the coach didn't drop him, so it has to be some on the other regard, like resting and things like that. Calvin Bassey, Alex Iwobi did not make the list. I'm thinking the same thing, letting them rest. These guys have been real active for their clubs this season. Ademola Lookman did not make the list. Same thing, I believe, some rest. Get ready for the World Cup qualifier and things like that. So I think those players were just rested. I don't think that has anything to do with anything. But that being said, let's get into the list, and we start with the Unity Cup list. We have 10 home-based players selected. I believe that's the first thing, or one of the things that pop up when you first look at the list. You look at the goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali, normally the first choice goalkeeper for the team. The Chippa United goalkeeper based in South Africa. Maduka Okoye has been doing real good for Udinese in the Serie A. Gets another call up. Amaso Basogi, based in Ethiopia, former Bandel Insurance goalkeeper, quality goalkeeper, and he gets the selection. You look at the defenders. Bruno Onyemaechi plays for Olympiacos in the Greek Super League. Actually just picked up the Greek Super League title with Olympiacos, and it's going to be popping over there. The left back, real quality player, has not been really getting that much playing time under Eric Schell. And I kind of question that. That's the first thing I've questioned about the coach. Like, that decision right there, I totally questioned that. Were you not watching the games we played before you got the job? He was saving us, literally. We would have lost a number of matches if he didn't come back. Last ditch tackles, making assists, things like that. So, finally, he's back in the team. That's real cool right there. Shemi Ajayi, you know he got the long first name. We're going to go with Shemi Ajayi. Has had a real torrid season with injuries. Injuries, man. Trying to just take my guy out the game. Had 2 big hamstring injuries this season. I just saw a report that he's been released by West Brom. Hopefully he stays, or he gets with a top team in England and doesn't fall down the ranks or something. But it has just been tough season after season, the injuries, and that's really, I feel, what has been holding him back, because he's a quality player, just has not really been able to show what he got. Then you got Igor Ogbu, the central defender. Of course, Shemi Ajayi, if I didn't say, also central defender. But Igor Ogbu plays for Slavia Prague in the Czech Republic. Actually got a call up the last time the Super Eagles met up. Did not come off the bench in either of those matches. But now gets this opportunity. Hopefully he gets a chance to show what he has and what he brings to the table in this matchup right here. Then you got Ifeanyi Onyebuchi, the Enugu Rangers central defender. Hopefully I'm not wrong, going without typing this in on Google. Ifeanyi Onyebuchi, if I'm not mistaken, played for the Chan team. Was a really good central defender in the Chan team. I believe he was on the, what do you call that? The first original list for the Super Eagles, the provisional list. He was on the provisional list for the last matchups we had. He gets a call up here. Real nice to see him show his stuff. You got Junior Onduka, another central defender. We got a number of central defenders. So that would be the 4th central defender in the team right there. Junior Onduka just won the NPFL title with Remo Stars. Quality central defender, really good free kick taker. Hopefully he gets an opportunity to take one of his free kicks. Really like how he takes free kicks, and yeah, he's a quality player. Then you got Sadiq Ismail, plays for Remo Stars, the fullback. And this right here is going to be a real tough fight in camp, I believe. I've talked about this previously on this channel. Walil Ojetoye, Ikorodu City, fullback. Him and Sadiq both played the right back position. Sadiq played for the Chan team when we defeated Ghana to qualify for the Chan. Walil Ojetoye has just been on fire with Ikorodu City. You watch him play, they're so exciting, and he's in the middle of everything at that right back position. So that's pretty cool right there to see him get his call up. Then you get Felix Agu, who plays for Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga. Actually will only be available in training, and I believe this is because he has played for Germany at the under 21 level, and they're trying to work on the switch. That's just me making that up. Don't take that to the bank. I'm just thinking that's why it is, because he has played for Germany at the under 21 level. And you move to the midfielders. Willie, Wilfred Ndidi, Leicester City. Is he going to be at Leicester City? I'm hearing about the clause in his contract. They say $9 million and you get Wilfred Ndidi away from Leicester City. Hopefully somebody pops up with the money. We're not trying to see him in the championship once again. You got Frank the Tank Onyeka, just got done with his loan at Augsburg, and he's going to be the main man in this one right here. I know they had to bring Frank Onyeka because he is a player that plays for Brentford in the stadium that the match will be hosted in. So we definitely need the home support, and you're not gonna get the home support if you don't bring the home guy. So that's pretty cool, and we know what Frank the Tank brings to the table. We saw him at the last AFCON, boss in the midfield. So definitely a fantastic player. It's not been getting called up under the new, well, it's only been one call up, but didn't get called up, and I was disappointed for my guy, but he's back in the team. Hopefully he shows the coach what he's about. You got Kristantos Uche. Now we can rest. A lot of us can rest now. Kristantos Uche gets his call up into the Super Eagles. I think it's late. It's late. Should have been midway through the season he got his call up, if I'm keeping it real. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything so bad in it. You don't need to be arrested, whoever's responsible, but it is kind of late now. Quality player showed himself in the La Liga all season for Getafe, scoring goals, assisting. The man is everywhere out there. Just a hustling player, puts everything on the line. Not saying he's a Victor Osimhen type player, but he does have that hustle of a Victor Osimhen, that never say die attitude. You got Papa Daniel Mustafa. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm thinking this is Papa Daniel right here. And of course, he was called up for the last international break, did not get off the bench, but he gets another call up, showing you that the coach believes in him. So let's see if he actually gets an opportunity in this, let's keep it real, meaningless friendly matches right here. We know they're meaningful. You're playing Ghana, that's a lot of meaning right there. You don't want to hear anything losing to Ghana. So it's definitely meaningful playing Ghana. Collins Ugueze, Enugu Rangers captain, the midfielder. I believe he plays as a central midfielder slash defensive midfielder. Quality player, good touch on him. Does he take penalties for Enugu Rangers? I'm not too sure. I think he does, but we have seen him on this channel a number of times watching Enugu Rangers and their highlights, and he is a good player and gets his call up. Then another Enugu Rangers player, Xavier Isaac Xavier. This is the player, one of the best players in the league. Let's keep it real. One of the best players in the league is Isaac Xavier. Top-notch player. Top-notch attacking midfielder. Brings a lot to the table. Hopefully he gets the opportunity because you guys will really enjoy Isaac Xavier. He's just a real good player. For the forwards are more familiar than any position. The names are more familiar. You have Samuel Chukwueze, the AC Milan winger, of course, the left footer. You got Moses Simon, the non-winger. You got Kelechi Iheanacho, who moved to Middlesbrough halfway through the season from Sevilla. Sevilla sends him away. They're like, hey, that was a mistake signing this guy. And now that he's gone, all our problems are gone. Wrong. Sevilla sucked all the way to the end of the season. So all that nonsense about Kelechi Iheanacho being a problem, they know they had more problems than that, but they were just throwing that guy under the bus. Now, as far as him being on the Super Eagles, I have absolutely no issue with that. He went to his new club. Not that he set the world on fire, but he shows that he is a capable player. He shows that he's still a professional player. He shows that he should still be under a professional contract, no matter how you feel about the guy. And I feel like he has a lot to give to the Super Eagles. You always talk about players in front of goal, missing opportunities. I feel like Kelechi Iheanacho is our best chance outside Victor Osimhen. If you wake me up and say, hey, give a player one-on-one for your life, I think, and Victor Osimhen is not the option, I'll go with Kelechi Iheanacho. He's the best finisher on this team for me outside Victor Osimhen. Maybe an Ademola Lookman. I think he's up there. And we can't forget about the run that he went on before the injury took place. And can't forget about the fact that he raced with the fight for fitness to make it to the competition, ends up making it to the competition, gets that penalty kick that gets us into the final of the competition. And you look at what happened the rest of the season. He was never himself. So he basically rushed just to represent his country, and I'm not a fan of just throwing him out there like that. Like, oh, whatever, you're not good again. I think he is good again, because especially after he left Sevilla, you saw the work he put on, online, offline, whatever you want to say it, but he was working hard, and we saw the results when he was at Middlesbrough. So I'm not a fan of throwing Kelechi Iheanacho away. Yes, it's not the best time of his career right now, but I feel like he has a lot to offer, especially when it comes to the Super Eagles. Like I said, one of the best finishers on the team. Who are you gonna give those opportunities to and say they're better than Kelechi Iheanacho? I don't think there are many people on the Super Eagles that you really, truly in your heart believe are better finishers than Kelechi Iheanacho. Then you got Nathan Taylor, Bayer Leverkusen winger, forward, can do anything, wing back. He was called up last time, couldn't make it. Hopefully he does make it this time. He was kind of struggling with fitness last time. Hopefully he does make it and puts on, because we're going to be back in England. Of course, he's kind of started his career over there, so back on familiar grounds, and let's make it do what it do. Cyril Dessers, the striker, currently with Rangers International. I believe he was Rangers of Scotland, my bad. I believe he was the top scorer in the Scottish League this season, which, congratulations to him. Of course, you have the conversations going on. People want him in the team. People are like, well, he's not better than so-and-so. But I just like the fact that these players get the opportunities to show what they got. And this is a good player. He's had a good season, deserves this. I don't think this is a situation where I gotta explain to anybody why he's on the team. Just like the next player, Tolu Arokodare of Genk. Is it either Gank or Gents? My bad. I'm not looking. I'm charging my phone right now, so I'm not going on Google. I apologize, but either one of the two. Tolu, tall striker, was part of the Super Eagles' last international break. I believe he played in both matches. Came off the bench in both matches. Will he get a start in this one? Who knows? But he is a capable player, a good striker, scores goals with his head, with his feet. All around type player, can dribble, can do a lot of stuff. Tolu Arokodare. So definitely a player that deserves being in this team. Ahmed Musa, the next player, of course, currently with Kano Pillars in the NPFL. And the thing with Ahmed Musa is one day people are on the channel, well, hey, why is he not in the Super Eagles? The next day they're like, why is he in the Super Eagles? So it's like different opinions on Ahmed Musa. What I can say, I totally respect what he did in the NPFL this season. He came in and he wasn't just here on holiday. He was here to work. He was doing his thing. He controlled games, start to finish controlled games. I mean, chances he created, showing pace to win penalties. He was doing a lot of stuff this season. Looking like the young Musa, let's keep it real. So, hey, this is the Unity Cup. This is not the AFCON qualifier. This is not the World Cup qualifier. This is just an opportunity for him to show if he still got it or he don't. I think that's just what it is. Then you got Sikaru Alimi, Remo Stars striker. I'm happy for Sikaru Alimi. Watched him for a long time. I remember when he first got into the Warrior Wolves team. That was in the Super 8 or Super 6, where the under 17s and under 20s played. And Warrior Wolves were not a good team at that point. They were losing a number of players, and he was the shining light in that competition for Warrior Wolves. I believe he's played for Sunshine Stars, if I'm not mistaken. A couple of other teams. Went out the country, came back, joined Remo Stars, won the NPFL title, and played with the Chan team. Now with the big boys. A great story right there. Sikaru Alimi. The striker. Then you get Abubakar Adamu of Plateau United, or Wenger. If you watch the Chan matchup against Ghana, he was giving Ghana a whole bunch of problems, especially in that first leg. He gave him a whole bunch of problems. He's that type of Wenger that you just know you can't catch your breath with. He's gonna keep on running and running and running at you. So he gets the call up to this, and that makes the 26 players. Of course, Felix Agu will not be part of anything, just training. So that's why it's 25. Then you move to the 21 selected for the friendly match against Russia. The first thing you notice in the goalkeeping department, no Stanley Wabali, only Maduka Okoye and Obasogi, Amas Obasogi. So these are the only two goalkeepers. So I'm thinking the coach is just going, hey, let me try one of you out. It's not just enough for you to be a backup. Let me see what one of you can do in the game. Of course, Maduka Okoye has that history with the Super Eagles. Maybe he just wants to give him that opportunity to be the number one choice, and let's see how you do. This is with a new coach. You're on a fresh slate, so let's see how you do. It might be Amas Obasogi, but we do know it's only two options, right? Then the defenders, the players that returned from the players that stayed from the other team to this team, you got Igor Wu, you got Bruno Yemaichi, and you got Shemi Ajayi. Then the players added, you got William Truce Ekong, captain of the side. Will he be captain of the side with Ahmed? Well, Ahmed Musa is not in this team, my bad. Captain of the I'm thinking of the last team. Captain of the side, William Truce Ekong, of course, player of the last AFCON, the central defender. Back in the team right here, you got Olaoluwa Aina, and fullback for Nottingham Forest. Just came back from injury, and I'm saying this right here. If Nottingham Forest get into the Champions League, I believe they play Chelsea in the final day of the season. If they get into the Champions League, I believe this will be yet another season that a Nigerian player is disrespected by their player of the team of the year situation, whatever nonsense they do over there in the EPL, the team of the year. Because You saw what he did before his injury, and you saw what happened to the team when he got injured. And you're trying to tell me that he's not even up to be voted for the best right back in the EPL? That's stupidity. That's complete nonsense. It really annoys me that happened. Like, and nobody said anything. Like, it's cool. Like, are you kidding me? Look at the performance this young man has been putting up for his team that were expected to be relegated. Now they're competing to be in the continent. And you show other guys love and you act like it is not Ola Aina that's the main player over there. That's what you're acting like. I'm not feeling that. That's nonsense. You got Bright Osai Samuel. He makes his way into the team. The Fenerbahce fullback will be leaving the club at the end of this season. Don't know where he'll be going. But of course, tough as nails defender. Capable of going forward. Quality going forward. Of course, used to be a winger when he played for QPR early in the day. When he moved to Turkey, they changed his position. Now, moving to the midfielders, you got Wilfred Ndidi, same as the last list. Frank Onyeka, same as the last list. Kristantos Uche, same as the last list. Papa Mustafa, Papa Daniel, whatever you want to call it, same as the last. But you got Fisayo Dele Bashiru. He'll be in the team. The Lazio midfielder. I felt like he has had a good season for somebody playing his first season in Italy, in his first season coming from Turkey. I feel like he has had a fantastic season. Definitely underrated player. Fisayo Dele Bashiru was not part of the team in the last international break and now gets the opportunity to also, like the others, show the coach what he got. Now, it didn't happen, but the one thing I really wanted to see was Fisayo Dele Bashiru and his brother Tom Dele Bashiru both play in the Unity Cup. I guess with scheduling and things like that, it didn't work out for Fisayo Dele Bashiru to be part of that game. But I feel like we're kind of acting like Tom Dele Bashiru doesn't exist. The guy's been putting up performances in the championship, especially when you think about the fact that he actually played for our under-20s, the Flying Eagles, and even the under-23s. And nobody has even looked his way. Nobody has even mentioned his name. That's kind of crazy to me. I feel like the young man is a good footballer. He has been proving himself over there in the championship. And why not? Then you got Rafael Onyedika, the Club Brugge midfielder. So Club Brugge is currently fighting for the league trophy over there in Belgium. And Rafael Onyedika, of course, one of the players leading the charge for Club Brugge. I believe they're 1 point behind the team in first place, and there's one match left. So definitely some nervy moments over there in Belgium. And then we move to the forward side of things. You got only two new players in this one right here, Victor Boniface and Sadiq Umar. Victor Boniface of Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, he was supposed or almost sold to Saudi Arabia in the middle of the season. The deal fell through. Has not been burning the world on fire all through this season, especially the second half of the season. But I still feel like he brings a lot of quality to the table just because this is a down year after winning the title, which is one of the toughest seasons after you win the title. We saw that with Victor Osimhen was not as good as his title winning season. So kind of expected. And when it comes to the Super Eagles, of course, that first goal, a lot of people have started voicing their opinions about him not scoring for the Super Eagles. I feel like he's a quality player and the quality will always show up. But we gotta understand that this is a guy that joined a new team. It's not always gonna work out like that. This is not a striker that's playing with the team every single week. You played twice in 1 month and you might not play the next month. So it's not like you get all this time with the team to get to know each other, know what your midfielders, how they like to get you the ball and things like that. So there are things that are always going to be new to him because he's still trying to get acclimated to the situation he's in. And a lot of times when players are on a goal drought, they just need an easy one. Easy ones have not popped up for him. Let's keep it real. It's not like he's missing sitters. He's been trying to get the goals. They have not come. We just got to give him time. Yes, he doesn't have to play. Sometimes you can't keep him on the bench for the whole 90 minutes. I'm not saying you force him on the team, but if he's the best available option, You're not going to say, well, you have not scored, even though we see you lighting the world on fire with your club side. We're just not going to play. I don't agree with that. If a player deserves it, a player deserves it. That's just the way I see it. Sadiq Umar, another player that has been criticized a lot, took a lot of criticism last time out, but gets the call up again. I like the reaction when he reached his club side, scored a number of goals. I believe he got the goal of the week in one of those weeks. Real beautiful goal. He scored the flick from, I believe, the penalty spot or something like that. Real nasty flick like that. So yeah, he gets a return to the team. And yeah, those are all the players. Let me know what you think about it. The 26 selected for the Unity Cup, the 21 selected for the Russia Friendly. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. The players not selected, let me know your thoughts. And also let me know the player that you feel should have been on this team. Maybe a player I've not talked about. Maybe a player in the NPFL. Maybe a player in Europe. Even a player in Asia. Whatever you want, put it in the comment section. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit that notification bell so you get notified when we drop content, which we try to do every day. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.